Hey, what's up everyone? In this video we're going to check out the Analyst Builder platform and do a couple Python problems there. To access it, you can click the link that I'll either pin as the top comment or in the description. So first impressions, pretty slick interface. Handsome looking data analyst here. Cool, I'm not going to go into too much details. We'll kind of see things as we go along, but you can go ahead and log in or register. I connected my GitHub, and let's see, where are the questions? We need free stuff. Status, free. Cool, nice. And let's start with a easy one. We'll do heart attack risk. Pretty nice little code editor, I like it. Dr. O'Brien has seen an uptick in heart attacks for his patients over the past few months. Across his patients. The patient is over the age of 50, cholesterol level of 240 or over, and weight 200 greater. Then they are at high risk of having a heart attack. Write a query to retrieve these patients. Include all columns in your output. All right, so we got a data frame that we've already loaded in, it looks like. So I guess we could call this like patients. I guess let's first run the code. I wonder if there's a shortcut to run code. I'm gonna try Shift Enter, Command Enter. Nice, Command Enter is a shortcut to run code. So we got age, cholesterol, weight, pretty straightforward. I could just do something like at risk df or something like that, and that's going to be equal to patients. And then we want to query specific properties of that. When we have multiple different properties, we should probably use parentheses around that. So first we'll do patients age is greater than 50, and then, greater than or equal to, greater than, it looks like both work, and patients cholesterol greater than 240, and finally patients weight. I wonder if this is pounds or kgs. I would say pounds. Weight is greater than 200. You gotta surround that by parentheses too. And I wonder if I can make the code bigger. Yeah, like that. It's always a, can I even hide this? That'd be kind of nice if I could hide this. Doesn't look like that's currently available. All right, surround this by parentheses. This is pretty standard stuff, so. And then I think, do we have the, oh, oops. There we go. I think we can probably just run at risk df. Oh no. Okay. Is this still patient's head? Oh, this looks right? And I could delete this patient's head line now. Check answer. Incorrect. How do I output this? Oh, okay. As cholesterol level is the largest indicator, order the output by cholesterol from highest to lowest. Okay, so we need to do a sort by. One thing that would be nice here, I feel like, is some autocomplete, some hints on things, because I forget sometimes if it's sort by or sorted, I forget exactly the syntax. So like VS Code, you can, have this autocomplete for you, sort by, I think we can do, just pass in the column. Does that work? Run code. No. Okay, so this is the type of thing that I would usually do a Google search here. Sort by pandas. And it's such a simple thing, I should know this. Sort values. Oops. When you bounce around a lot of different languages, sometimes you forget these things. Okay. Is that lower? Okay. We want highest to lowest, so we'll need to pass in, I think, ascending. Oh, wait, there are autocompletes? I don't know. Ascending equals. Let me try this all again. When I start typing in sort values, that's not auto-completing. What is auto-completing here, I wonder? Sort values, and then cholesterol, and ascending equals false. Pretty sure this is right. There we go, got it. Sweet, so I think now we can check answer. Sweet. Nice. Question 1 completed. I would love just to display this, like easier to see from a video perspective. I would love if I could like pop this open as a different tab or something. Some nice ways to do that. All right. How about we try, do we want to do moderate? I like this, too much information, TMI. Okay. Often when you're working with customer information, you'll want to sell the data to a third party. Sometimes it is illegal to give away sensitive information such as full name. Here you're given a table that contains a customer ID and their full name. Return the customer ID with only the first name of each customer. Okay, so let's see what we're working with. I'm gonna run this again. All right, so we're gonna have to do some string manipulations on this column full name. And I think we just kind of play around with that. But basically, usually when you're doing string manipulations, you can do something like customers, full name, and then you can specifically access the string property of that. And then I think you can do something like split. We want to split on the space. So like something like this. If you wanted to get more sophisticated, you could do some sort of probably like regex pattern. So say like 0 or 1 or more spaces probably. And then we want to get the first element of that. I don't know if this is going to work, but I think I could just try running this and see what happens. Oh wow, nice. Okay, it's giving me John McGarry. So it did, I need to get like just the first element of the split here. I don't know how to do that. Again, load in some Google searching. String.split pandas get first element. Dot string 0. Okay, cool. Dot string 0. I like how we're probably going to solve this one quicker than the last one. I guess there's just a little bit more writing in the last one. So what happens here? Sweet. We get the first name, so that looks good. And so let's see what it tells us to do. It doesn't tell us what the column names should be. So I wonder if we should replace the column name or create a new column. I'm just gonna, I don't like calling it full name. I would like to rename this, but I'm gonna just see what happens. Let's see what happens if we do first name equals what we just did, and then we do like a drop. I forget if it's drop or drop column. I would love some autocomplete here. Drop full name. We might have to reset this. We could do like in place equals true, I think, to make this drop in place. Let's see what happens if we do head now. Oh no, are we gonna, what happens if we do something in place? Oh, that's not good. We comment all this code out. Okay, it's back to normal. Good. I think we just have to call this full name. I'm going to just keep this full name. I think it's going to get mad at us with something that's happening behind the system that we can't see. Okay, full name. All right, we'll check answer now. Incorrect. What does it want in the output? Is this... Oh, it does want first name. Okay, how do we rename a column? And, you know, no matter how much experience you have with pandas, I feel like you forget things that are simple like this, especially when you don't have autocomplete. So rename column pandas. Okay. Oh, just can use this. That's nice. So customers.re. I'm fine doing it this way. Rename columns equals full name, and that gets mapped to first name. Now what happens to customers? No, it's still customers equals. There we go. Now we can check the answer. Sweet, got it right. All right, let's go back. Maybe let's do one more problem before we call this quits. This has been fun though so far. Do we do a hard problem? Let's do a hard. Let's go for it. Cake versus pie, hard problem. Why not? Mercy's Bakery is having a contest at her store. Whichever dessert sells more each day will be on discount tomorrow. She needs to identify which dessert is selling more. Write a query to report the difference between the number of cakes and pies sold each day. Output should include the date sold. Okay. I was reading that out loud, but not even paying any attention to what I was reading. Okay. We need a difference between cakes and pies sold each day. So we're going to probably have to group by maybe. We'll see what the input looks like. Output should include the date sold, the difference between cakes and pies, and which one sold more, cake or pie. And I think it seems like it's pretty specific to column names, so I'll probably have to look at like the expected output. Oh, is this the full? This is not the full answer, I hope. Maybe it is, I don't know, but we could get the column names from this at least. And it's in ascending order here. Okay, so let's see what the data looks like now. Okay. So there's a few different ways to go about this. For some reason, a pivot table is like popping into my head as the approach. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. One thing that I'm thinking about. And it looks like there's only one for each day. What happened? Because basically we want to like pivot on, I think, the date sold. Does it seem right? There's, that's what I'm thinking. That just feels, that's the gut instinct here. You need to remember the pivot tables commands here in pandas. So if you pull up pandas pivot, I feel like I don't always remember how to do this, but basically you have some sort of data frame, maybe it looks like this, and we want to pivot it to look something like this. So I feel like what we want to pivot on, we want this index to be the date sold. So date sold in our case. And we want A, B, and C here to be the product. So columns equal product. Then values equals the amount sold. That sounds right. Deserts head, let's see what we got. We want to then df equals pd dot, or I think we can do deserts.pivot. How did that look in the tab we just had open? Okay, so we can directly call pivot on our data frame, df.pivot. So I don't need to create a new data frame. Deserts.pivot. I guess what I was confused about is I didn't know if I had to do like pd.pivot and pass in deserts, or I could just call pivot on deserts. So looking back at this again, index foo, we want that to be date sold. Index equals date sold. Columns equals the product. And finally, values equals amount sold. What's that going to look like? df.head. Sweet, that looks pretty good. No, what happened? Gosh darn it. df equals deserts dot pivot, index equals date sold, column equals product, and finally values equals amount sold. Run that. I'm just wondering why we're not seeing the index pop up. What happens if I do like df.reset index? There we go. Sweet. And now what we need here as the output should include the date sold, the difference between cakes and pies, and which one sold more, cake or pie. The expected output looks like difference and sold more. So we could do a new column, difference, and that's going to equal df cake minus df pie, just the absolute value of that. So I don't know, can we just do abs? Will that work with pandas? I hope. We could try it out real quick. Yep, that works. All right, now what else do we need? Difference we have, and we need which one sold more. Oh, that makes it a little trickier, huh? I mean, that's just a matter of like a conditional type thing. So like df sold more is equal to, can we do like a ternary operator? I think that's what it's called. Not a ternary, yeah. Ternary operator pandas. Pandas if else in function. I don't know. I could do a lambda function definitely, but I feel like there must be a better way. Like value for okay. Maybe we can do a series here. df cake. I think we could do something like df or x. Now, would that work? Like, I feel like we could do some sort of list comprehension. Like cake, if df cake is greater than, I wonder if this will work, greater than df pi, else pi. Be simple. No. The truth values of a series. What happens if we copy this into Google? You could look up something like set conditional value pandas column. You could do something like this. I like this NumPy thing, but I don't know if that's the best way. Okay, it looks like npwhere is a great option if we can import that. Yeah, this is awesome. npwhere, that's what we're going to do. Will it let me import NumPy? Let's see. I don't know what the heck is up with colons. I never see, or semicolons in Python. npwhere df cake is greater than df pi, and then we can just do cake pi. Let's see what happens there. Look at that, sweet. And now our df.head, perfect. And we need to reset the index. Oh my gosh, how am I going back? I stink at using MacBooks again. We're going to do this really quickly now. df equals desserts.pivot. We're getting reps in. Index equals date sold. Columns equals product. And values equals amount sold. That looks good. df.reset index. And then we did the df difference equals apps of df cake minus df pi, and then df sold more is equal to import numpy as np, np.where df cake is greater than df pi, cake pi. Run that. df going to copy this in case I screw up again. And then we just need to get, what are their outputs? Difference, date sold, and sold more. This should be lowercase, so I'll just change that. I don't know if, I'm curious if capitalization will matter here. Let's see how tricky we can get. DF. We just want date sold. Difference. And I guess instead of renaming last time, I could have just done this too. Indexed on specific columns and sold more. Run code. Cool, check answer. It says answer is incorrect. What happens if I do this? Really? Really? Is this maybe backwards? Let's just get the full data frame again. Cake is less here. I guess it should have been, I needed to look into the details of this, but I guess I must have to switch these. No, that's wrong. It was the other way. Cake. Pie. df, I'm going to just call it df new or something like that, equals df date sold difference and sold more. I wonder if that was the issue. Or maybe it's just null value here. Or are we getting a null value here? Let's look at the original data again. Oh, I wonder if maybe we need to fill NA or something. There's null value here, so this should just be 0. I'm gonna just do a quick at the start of this. We'll do desserts equals desserts fill NA with 0. What happens then? Okay, I bet you now if I run this, the rest of this code, it will be good. Should have looked for that. Tricky. That looks good. Now check answer. Sweet. I'm curious what happens if I make this capital. Okay, it still works. What if I call this difference or something like that? Okay, so really just is checking the columns. Doesn't matter if the names are exact. I guess I was wrong last time. Cool, that was fun. Platform's solid. Little quirks. I feel like I wish if I went back and then forth, it kept my code there. It kept refreshing it. Maybe that's just me not knowing how to use a MacBook though. Yeah, there's a bunch of problems here. Good amount of free problems, but then there's also paid ones. So welcome to check that out too. Oh, what are the courses? Oh, these are all, I guess, Alex's courses. Sweet. Well, that was fun. Hopefully this was fun doing these along. I'm a little rusty, I guess, with my pandas, but hey, still were able to get these 3 problems done. So it was fun. All right, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. But until next time, peace.